After finalizing the Global MBA program, unfortunately, I graduated in 2010, which is pretty much toward the middle of the recession and everything was going on. And I was trying to find something in finance. I was unlucky for the first year to find I was unlucky to find a position in finance that I seemed to, that I would liked. So then that's when I started expanding other areas, other industries, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do, especially since I was graduating during that whole economic crisis. And the other area which I always found interesting, but I didn't have experience in, was in digital marketing, anything digital, project management and digital. Product management, everything in digital. So what I then started looking for was any kind of positions that I could find. I looked all over the United States, couldn't find anything. But then I got lucky and ended up getting a position at a company called MEC Labs. They're based out of Jacksonville, Florida. They do conversion optimization, which is the process of optimizing the path a customer takes on a digital product. It can be an app, a website. And they took me just because of the Global MBA. I didn't have any experience prior to that. They groomed me, they trained me and everything for it. I felt kind of bad because after about 6 months, I ended up I got an offer from a company called Hitfox out of Berlin. And after 6 months, I decided to move to Berlin. So then in Berlin, I pursued a product management position for a startup incubator. And this is where the whole entrepreneur light bulb started kicking in. After doing that for a year in Berlin, I learned valuable lessons inside not only the startup space, but also in the gaming sector, because I was in charge of a product that was involved in gaming itself. So when I left, I was recruited by a company. So I left because I was recruited again by a company called Avast. They're an antivirus company. They're one of the largest or the largest antivirus company in the world. But at the same time, in my mindset, I want to create, there's a business idea I had under the gaming sector. At Avast, I was a UX manager, which entailed for me was to work doing the same thing I was doing for MEC Labs, which was conversion optimization. But instead of working for small companies or for small to medium projects like I was at MEC Labs, I was working now with a user base of close to 1 billion users, or 1 billion web. It was a ridiculous number. So I was managing the whole mobile acquisition phase of that. During that, in the evenings, I then began to create my company. And that is an e-commerce platform that works in digital gaming goods. So after about 3 years at Avast, I felt that it was time for me to dedicate more time to my company itself. And then that's when everything started to start progressing. So the company itself works in the gaming sector, mostly in Europe. Now we're in Latin America, we moved to the US, and we do digital gaming products, but now we're moving to digital products, not just gaming. So this can be mobile top-ups, Bitcoin cards, all kinds of random things, just because the ease of integrating the inventory and selling the inventory. Then while doing that, I was approached by a friend here in Prague to help him build a whole digital department of the Havas branch here in Prague. So while doing while working for the companies called Vita Player, Vita Player, I then helped build out the digital department for Havas here, and that involved mostly marketing for large companies. For example, one of the companies was Sanofi, which is a pharmaceutical company, and another company, I think it was Nespresso at that time. I did that for about a year. When I felt comfortable that I could leave, I promised him that I told him I was going to do it for a year and a half, because I didn't want it to consume too much of my time. I then left that and went fully to pursue again my company. But then I got the itch of starting something new. In order to start something new, I wanted to get in a different space. And then I took a product management role working for a blockchain project here out of Prague for a company out of Switzerland. It was a foundation, actually, and that's where I've been ever since, helping now the foundation create a product, which the foundation is called Vetri, the Vetri Foundation, and the goal is to make every person in the world be able to participate in the data economy. Currently, you have the Facebooks, the Googles of the world. They're the ones that are taking the data that you create on their platform and then you input, and they monetize it. They monetize it through marketing. They monetize it into selling it for research. They even, your geo-target, your geolocation data, all this stuff's being sold, but you're not getting a dime from it. And that was very powerful for me. And I wanted to be start a revolution in this space. it's taken a while, but now that's where I've been at. So I'm an executive director there. So I'm in charge of the whole project. I have the board above me, and then I have a team of developers and marketers underneath me. The next steps, I'm still working there, but I'm now looking to start another project in the AI space. And this is while Vita Player is still going on. Luckily, since it's digital and everything, Vita Player, there's two terms that I learned a long time ago from a really good friend. That's automate or delegate. And then I automated as much as I possibly could, and we delegate as much as whatever's left over. And luckily, due to it being digital and technology being evolving and enhancing and increasing in capabilities, now the only thing that we delegate is the support. So we have minor support issues, but this is minor, and we're growing year to year, roughly 20 to 30%. With last year, I think at this year, hopefully hitting 10 million euros worth of revenue, and then with Vetri, who knows where we're going to go. We hope to get to millions of users soon, to make sure everybody monetizes their data that they're creating.